Sam Healey, oh really, it's top 100 games. Sam Healey, oh really, it's top 100 games. Sam won't be caught dead playing roads and boats. When people make him mad, he wants to punch him in the throats.
Hey folks, welcome back to another installment of my top 100 games of all time. This is numbers 70 through 61. And just continuing my little theme of just filming wherever in Homestead, I'm here in a field, a barren field at that. And off in the distance there you see Chrome Avenue, and there's a First Baptist Church of Homestead right over there, and I'm just out in the middle of nowhere, basically. So that's just the way I am, I guess, just trying to keep it real, remember? So let's go ahead and get to my 70 through 61. So my number 70 is a game that I've really enjoyed over the years. I especially enjoy the new second edition, which is the one that is holding the place on my list. And I've just really enjoyed it. I originally enjoyed Battle Lore because of the historical aspect I thought it was going to go into. But then they started to slightly change into a more fantastical setting, and I wasn't really on board with that. Well, with the second edition, they have completely gone, fantastical fantasy setting on it, and I'm okay with it now because they didn't hint at a historical angle, so I wasn't expecting it at all. So I really enjoy Battlelore 2.0. It is number 70. Now, it has slipped from number 7, so this is a significant drop. But I think mainly it's simply because it is only a two-player game. It's a two-player war-ish kind of game, and quite frankly, if I'm going to play that kind of game with this level, I'm probably going to play Memoir 44 or something to that effect. So that's probably why it slipped. It just doesn't get played like it used to, but I still really enjoy the game. I love the special kind of unique setup that each scenario can have, because each person picks how they want the terrain to be on their side of the board. So I really enjoy Battlelore 2.0. It has slipped significantly, but don't read too much into that. Still a really good game, and I enjoy it a lot. My number 70, Battlelore 2nd Edition. Now, my number 69 is another game that I've really enjoyed in the past. It's more of a Euro-style game, though, with a theme of building bombs to, of course, then drop upon your opponents. But that part isn't actually in the game, so this is more of a tried and true Euro game. But the Manhattan Project is my number 69. It was number 22, so I really enjoy the game. Don't get me wrong. It just doesn't get played as much anymore because I have a lot of games on my docket that have to get played, so it has to get pushed back. But again, I have not gotten rid of it. It is still on my shelf. It is one of the games that I really do enjoy. It's my core, part of my core. It's in my top 100. So I really enjoy the worker placement aspect of the game, getting all of the materials necessary to build the bomb, and then you have to test the bomb and arm it and all this other kind of stuff. And then if you want, you can kind of mess with your other opponents, with bombing raids and fighter raids and all this other kind of stuff. It's a really good game, a really neat concept, and I really enjoyed it. That is my number 69, the Manhattan Project. Now, my number 68 is a game that is probably the as far as I will go down the path of what would traditionally be called a war game. And those games are those that, they take a few hours at least to play, and they have the little cardboard chits that represent your units on the board, and, they have paper mats and all that kind of stuff. This is the absolute length, I think, that I will go to. My number 68 is Combat Commander Europe. And Europe specifically because that is my, I hate to say favorite, but it is my most liked, I guess you could say, theater of World War II. It's the one that I have the most interest in. It's the one that I've paid the most attention to, I guess. So that's the one that kind of just latches on every single time we talk about World War II games. So Combat Commander is, like I've said, a traditional style war game, but the rules are pretty light in comparison. So that's why it's probably the absolute length that I will go to as far far as the traditional war game route. It was at number 64 last year, so it has slipped a little bit, but I think in the 60s range is pretty much its home. It's where it's going to nestle in and really gain root, and I don't think it'll slip much more after that. That's my number 68, Combat Commander Europe. My number 67 is a dice game that is based upon a card game, but it still has cards in it and that type of thing, actually tiles more specifically, but it is called Roll for the Galaxy. Now, this has absolutely replaced Race for the Galaxy from any list that would encompass either of the two, simply because it gives you the same exact feel, it has the same exact theme, it's more fun to play for me. There's less iconography, there's less going on in the game. It's just a little bit more intuitive after you really grasp what's going on with how you use your dice and all the different faces and all that kind of thing. But Roll for the Galaxy is one of the ones that I have that has completely replaced its predecessor for me. So that's my number 67, Roll for the Galaxy. My number 66 is a very light game, and it's kind of nestled in between all of these kind of heavier games, which is kind of strange, but I think it fits well within my list, to be specific. It was at number 91 last year, so it has risen, one of the few that actually have, with all of the influx of new games that have, new games to my list at least. And For Sale is a game that I have really enjoyed at a number of different settings. It's one of the games that I can take out in almost any situation, and it will more than likely succeed in those given situations. It's a very simple auction bidding game, and kind of also a push your luck type of game as well. So For Sale has a solid place on my list, number 66. My number 65 is a card game where you're trying to combat over these different bases that are on the board, and it's called Smash Up. And the thing that really grabs me about Smash Up is the fact that you have this faction that you have created. Now, there's a set of possibilities, of course, but you can choose what two factions you put into your deck and push them together. And there are zounds of factions for this game right now. So you can literally, well, not literally, but almost literally make any kind of faction you can possibly dream up of if you have all of those expansions available to you. And so Smash Up is one of the games that I just really have fun with. It's a light, fun, just kind of a goofy game that you just have fun with if you really get into your faction and start role-playing the different sides of it. It's really enjoyable in a number of different ways. But it was number 55 last year. A little bit of slippage, but not nearly as much as some of the other games, so we'll kind of leave that one alone. So it's pretty much in the same echelon here. Smash Up, my number 65. My number 64 is another card game, all you people that say I don't like card games. Another card game is called Spyfall. Now, you use cards to play the game, but it's not really a card game. It's more of a social deduction game where you're trying to figure out who the spy is, and the spy is trying to stay hidden the entire time. A number of cards equal to the number of players is dealt out, and all of them have the same location on them, except for one of them, and that one just says spy. And that person's job is to basically find out where everybody is before everybody finds out that they are the spy. And it's an 8-minute game, literally it's timed, and you can play a number of these. We usually play 4 or 5 games of this, one right after the other whenever it hits the table. It's a really good game. They just came out with a new edition, Spyfall 2, which is basically the same thing, so you can use that one or this one. I just haven't actually played the second edition yet. I've only played first edition. So Spyfall, first or second edition, you take your pick. My number 64. My number 63 is a game that just came out this year at Origins, and that is called Tyrants of the Underdark. Now, Tyrants of the Underdark is a game that I really enjoy because it takes a kind of game that I really don't enjoy that much, a deck building game. Although I do enjoy it, it's just not it's not very high up on the list, and it smashes it together with an area control game. And you use the deck that you're building to affect the area control aspect of the game on the board. Really enjoy that. The theme is, it could really literally be anything, but the theme is a good one. It's different factions of drow, dark elves, are battling for control of the underworld. And that's a pretty cool theme as far as I'm concerned. It is kind of pasted on. It could be almost any theme where different factions are fighting over something. But it's the gameplay that really puts this one on my list. It's new to the list. My number 63, Tyrants of the Underdark. My number 62 is another new addition to the list this year, and that is Xenoshift. Now, Xenoshift has 2 standalone boxes that are available for it. Dreadmire is the newest one that just came out this year, and it is standalone, and it adds a couple of little frills and bells and whistles to the core game. But this is actually a deck builder, and the deck builder that I like here, this is one of my go-to deck builders actually, the other one being Thunderstone Advance, but this one is my sci-fi go-to deck builder, because it really has a cool aspect of not only are you building your own decks, but you're also playing cooperatively against the aliens. So if your buddy over here is having trouble with his list of aliens, then you can help him out and throw a grenade over there for him and kill some of those aliens for him, or you can throw him some ammunition or a gun that he's looking for. So it's really an interesting thing. I really enjoy the cooperative nature of this deck builder. My number 62, Xenoshift. And finally, for this installment, my number 61 was number 77 last year, and I've played this on the iPad version with Z a lot as we're traveling back and forth to the different conventions. We usually sit together on the plane, so he has the iPad and he has Neuroshima Hex loaded onto it, and my number 61 is Neuroshima Hex. I really enjoyed this game before. I thought 77 was a pretty good placement on my top 100, but it has moved up since then because of its playability on other kinds of media. I'll be honest with you, I don't even own the game, and when I did own the game, it didn't make it to the table very much because I always played the game on the app. But it's a game that I seriously do enjoy playing a lot. It just has a very cool modern chess feel to it, and all of the different factions that they're starting to come out with are really neat as well. So Neuroshima Hex has had a place on my top 100, and I think it will for a good long while into the future. So my number 61 is Neuroshima Hex. And so that's my list for my installment this time around for my top 100 games. I thank you guys for joining me on this journey, and I hope to see you on the flip side.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.